You have reached review time with Emperiol. Today's review will be Alita, the Battle Angel. Let's get into it. So, Alita, I've been seeing the previews for this movie for some time, and it always has looked interesting. And finally here, so I thought I'd check it out. So let's go over the cast right quick before I get into the movie. So Rosa Salazar, who plays Alita. Then you have Christoph Waltz. He plays Dr. Dyson Ito. And Jennifer Connelly, she plays as Shiren, which is Ito's ex-wife. Then you have Mahershala Ali. He plays Vector. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's been winning a lot of awards. He recently played in the movie Green Book. So he's been doing a lot of movies. Also played in that movie Moonlight. And then you had King Johnson as Hugo. This was the best movie of 2019 so far that I have seen. This is a very great film. I think the CGI was awesome. The storyline was awesome. I was tuned in from the jump all the way to the end. And the previews were good, but didn't tell you all of the movie. So you were intrigued through the movie where, sometimes they show you too much in the previews where you kind of see the whole movie. No, they showed you just enough to intrigue you. Either you was intrigued by what you've seen so far, or you wasn't. So the movie picks up as Dr. Ito is in the junkyard collecting parts, and he comes across Alita, the head shape of her body. Now, this is also, the time of this is real futuristic, like way in the future or whatever. So Ito has this device that can pick up like living objects, and her brain inside of the top of her body still had a living body. So what he did, he took that body, and he's what we call he, in the world that they live in, is to do with cyborgs and artificial intelligence to the highest degree. So he pretty much took what was left of her body that he found, and incorporated it with artificial technology body. So artificial intelligence technology body, pardon me. So he incorporated her brain and her body into that. So she came alive and she woke, but she can't remember nothing about her past. She got a memory that she knows she's something, but she can't remember. Meanwhile, he's a doctor that fixes a lot of people up in the area that they live in. Now, above their areas is supposed to be like the glory land that you want to get to, and where they live at is kind of like considered the slums. So a lot of people want to get up to there. So she instantly is courageous. She tried to walk and she falls, and she ended up putting some clothes on, and then she's off and running. They don't like take time to build her up or nothing. She's like pretty much come down talking. They take her outside and she's trying to move around. She meets Hugo while she's out there, and she's curious to everything. She's curious to life. So they teach her that she needs certain foods, and then she ate an orange with the pill still on it, so it was nasty, and he told her to try it without the pill, and then it was good. So she doesn't really even have like true memory of how life was before whatever happened to her. So meanwhile, there is something going on in their town where women are coming up missing, and trying to find out who is doing it. So she's curious. She see Dr. Ito come through at the middle of the night, and he's bleeding. But the way they shoot it like the woman that was killed or kidnapped was killed by him. So you don't know what he's really into. So one of the times while she was out in the beginning and he was out with her, there was a dog in the middle of the street, and she went and saved the dog, but she instantly started to like defend herself and with natural instincts, and she dived underneath the little the robot looking thing and dived underneath it and got the dog to safety. So it already shows wherever she was, she already had natural reflexes to fight. So when she followed the doctor out one night, she followed the doctor and seen what he's actually into. He's really like a bounty hunter for people who do bad. So it was the cyborg artificial intelligence out there that was doing bad. So that's what he's out there to get them. And Alita thought he was trying to kill a woman, and he really wasn't. So when he came out there, they was getting ready to kill him, and then she went into defense mode, and so she kicked their butt and killed 2 out of 3. Now the third one, she just messed him up real bad, but he ended up getting away. So he got to see how her skill set, and then she got to see what he's into or whatever. So she kind of told him, like, you can't keep lying to me. You got to let me know what I am or what you know or whatever. And you got to tell me, you can't leave me in the blind. So he told her basically he thinks what's in her heart is some technology that was far more advanced that's not around no more. So that makes her stronger than a lot of people. That's why she was able to do what she was to them people like that. It's what's in her heart. Now, the body that he gave her, he had a daughter that he was creating a body for, and that daughter got killed, and so he gave the daughter the body. Now, how we knew that is that the wife came to visit him, because the wife, after the daughter passed, they split, and what happened was the wife wanted to work with the people up at top, and those people told her to help her. They got this sport that's like rollerball that you might have seen, where people skate in a skating ring and then they roll around. So it's just like that. It's rollerball, but on a higher level with artificial intelligence and cyborgs, and they kill each other with weapons and stuff like that. So it comes out a different ball game. So with that being said, she wants her husband, because her ex-husband rather, he's a beast when it comes to making that type of stuff, and he wasn't with it. He like, no, I'm gonna keep staying down here. And she seen that body that he gave her, and he called her Alita, which was his daughter. So the wife kind of felt a little bit type way, but was like, whatever. So Alita started hanging out with Hugo, and Hugo is going around teaching her, showing her different things, showed her the rollerball sport, and she was good with it. So he told her, listen, let me take you out and show you something that might bring your memory back. So he took her to where like a fallen warship. So after the world had fell apart, a warship fell in a certain area, and he took her there. But when she got there, she instantly knew where everything was. But the ship was kind of above water, but it really was real deep in the water. So they told her, like, well, we can't go down there because it's water. So she went down there, of course. So when she went in there, She knew everything about that ship. She knew the codes, to unlock the special door inside. So when she opened the ship, it was a special body armor in there. Now keep in mind, she got a body, but hers is like, the technology of her body is nowhere near what this suit was made for war. And so she grabbed the suit, she took it back to the doctor, and the doctor pretty much was like, well, he's not gonna give her that body because that body's meant for war. He don't want her to get in war. You know what I'm saying? But her heart is made for a soldier, a warrior. So she's upset, just like a rebel. She shoots off. She wants to become what he is, like a bounty hunter. She becomes one, and then she goes to the bar where all the bounty hunters is. Now, Hugo is a cool guy, but what he's mixed up because he want to get to the higher upper world. Him and his crew, people who got cyborgs and artificial intelligence that got special parts, they kidnap them, strip them for parts, and then give it to other people so they can use them to make them better. So that's what Hugo do, but she thinks Hugo is an all-out good guy. So Hugo is mixed up, but by Hugo dealing with her, he's seeing, like, you know, he's starting to change. And one of the people that he stripped parts, the guy that she beat up earlier and that got away, they gave them parts to him to make him better. So she's trying to convince all the bounty hunters, like, hey, we need to fight together, stand together, and whatchamacallit. So she said, if any of y'all could beat me, whatchamacallit. So she in there kicking tail. And then it's like this one main bounty hunter guy, he got this knife. And she was like, well, how did you get the knife? Because a knife like that you shouldn't have. Because that's an honorable knife. And so it's pretty much, he never really said how he got the knife. He could have got it, you know, slick, or, you know what I'm saying, he didn't earn it, rather. So nevertheless, they're fighting in there. Dr. Ito came in there, basically telling them, hey, cut it out. And then the big dude who she beat up earlier, he shows up at the bounty. And all chaos, because now he got a new part. So she's fighting him, but what happens is that new part he got, it cuts all the way around. So when she was dodging through his parts, the new weapon he had added to him cut her up in pieces. And so all was left was just her head and was whatever. She had like one arm left, and she took that arm and jammed it in his eye, and then it broke off. So then she was just left with a head and her upper torso. So then Ito seen where she was and grabbed her. And then at that moment, you already knew that's his moment to make sure she get that body so that she can't just break apart like that. And this body has like nanotechnology where, like, say she get punctured or she get cut, it'll re-heal itself and stuff like that. So the technology on that bodysuit was awesome. It was ahead of its time. So that's what she needed. So I gave you enough of the story without giving you so much details. That was a big bulk of the story. You got to find out what's going to happen with Hugo. You got to find out what's going to happen to Ito. What happens from there. This is a phenomenal movie. The CGI was awesome. Don't hesitate to go see the film. Best movie of the year so far. And my 4-star rating system, first one of the year, 4 out of 4 stars. Awesome movie. I don't got, there's nothing I can even think about to try to say what was. I went in there with an open mind to watch it. It was an awesome movie. It hit all cylinders for me. There is no post-credit scene, and you just got to wait and see if it's going to be a part 2 or not. Thanks for tuning into the review. Subscribe, like, share the video. Comment if you actually seen the film. You plan to go see it. It is an awesome film to go watch. Till next time.